Hello once again. This time we will be talking about strategic planning, or more appropriately, strategic analysis. So we have discussed the strategic process. You have the formulation, the implementation, and then the evaluation stage. Now, where does this strategic analysis come in? Actually, there is no specific process where strategic analysis comes in. It can be used in whatever stage, but it is more useful obviously in the formulation stage, because before you can formulate whatever strategies that you want to formulate, you have to analyze first the environment of the company, as well as the direction that the company is heading to, in order for you to come up with the appropriate strategies that you will be using for your company. Strategic analysis is composed of two parts. So for this video, we will only be focusing on strategic goals. The second video, we will be focusing on the internal and external environments. So what are strategic goals? Strategic goals are actually the goals of the company, which includes their vision, their mission, and their strategic objectives. Their strategic goals is the direction that the company wants to go to. Okay, so then you have your hierarchy of goals, which starts with your vision, and then your mission, and then your strategic objectives. Okay, your vision statement should be couched in general terms, and it has to be in the very long term. Okay, your mission statement a bit more specific. Okay, and in terms of time, okay, it has to be nearer than your vision. Okay, shorter in terms of the time frame than your vision. Your strategic objectives, these are very specific objectives that your company has to achieve in the short term. Okay, again, so your strategic objectives must be very specific, and it has to be achievable in the short term. What then is a vision or a vision statement? A vision or a vision statement answers the question, what do we want to become, or what does the company want to become? Whether they want to become the world's #1 seller of potatoes, okay, or to rid the world of COVID-19 pandemic, okay, whatever it is, it has to answer the question, what does the company want to become? It is a goal that is massively inspiring, overarching, and long-term. So here are examples of vision statements from companies. Disneyland, you know Disneyland, an amusement park related company. Their vision is to become the happiest place on earth. TED, okay, you know TED in YouTube. Their vision is to spread ideas. Google, of course you know Google, to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Tesla, a fairly new company, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan also has its vision statement to be a leading ASEAN university forming leaders of character by 2033. As you would all notice, all of these statements answers the question, what does the company want to become? Okay? And it's massively inspiring, overarching, and long-term. Not very much specific, because these are vision statements. Now the mission statement, or the company's mission. If the vision statement answers the question, what does the company want to become? The mission statement answers the question, what is our business? Who we are, what we do, and why we are here. These are enduring statements of purpose that distinguish one business from other similar firms. So in short, this has to be unique to the business itself or to your company itself. Okay? A mission statement identifies the scope of a firm's operations in product and market terms. Take note of this. A good mission statement must communicate why an organization is special and different. A clear mission statement describes the values and priorities of an organization. So, to pinpoint the point being stated here, a mission statement has to be unique and should identify the company or the company's business. Okay. Again, as I've said before, this is a bit more specific compared to your vision statement. Now here are examples of mission statements. Okay, Federal Express, or as we would commonly know as FedEx, a courier or shipping company. Their mission is to produce superior financial returns for our shareholders as we serve our customers with the highest quality transportation, logistics, and e-commerce. Patagonia, an outdoor wear company. Okay? Their mission is to build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, use business to inspire, and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. PepsiCo, of course, you know what PepsiCo is. Their mission is we aspire to make PepsiCo the world's premier consumer products company focused on convenient foods and beverages. We seek to produce healthy financial rewards for investors as we provide opportunities for growth and enrichment to our employees, our business partners, and the communities in which we operate. And in everything we do, we strive to act with honesty, openness, fairness, and integrity. So, these examples clearly demonstrate what a mission statement is. Okay? It answers the question, what is our business? Okay? From these statements, you will know what these businesses are. Okay? It also answers the question who we are. Okay? And more importantly, these are unique statements. I mean, these are statements which are unique to the company itself, okay, to the business itself. So it identifies them from other similar businesses in the same industry. So here we have the vision and mission statement of Xavier University. Okay, so please pause the video so you can read the mission statement. It's quite long. Or if it's not clear in the video, please search in the internet. You can readily see it in the internet. Okay. So the vision statement of Xavier, to be a leading ASEAN university, forming leaders of character by 2033. The mission statement of Xavier University clearly describes what Xavier University is. Okay. It is a Filipino, Catholic, and Jesuit educational community. Aside from that, it categorically describes how Xavier is as a university, as a Filipino university, as a Catholic university, as a Jesuit university, and so on. Okay. Siyempre, sa kahaba-haba naman yan, it will describe, okay, it can identify, and it indeed identifies what Xavier University is, and how is it, and who they are as a company, as a business. I remember when I was still in college, we created an organization in SBM. It's called CDO Asset, Cagayan de Oro Alliance of Students Supporting the Entrepreneurs of Tomorrow. I don't know if it still exists now, but I can remember, you know, during our, we also had strategic planning. We we formulated our own vision and mission statement, and to tell you, it took us about 2 days to formulate our own vision and mission statement. It was a grueling task because you really have to identify, okay, what the vision of the company is. What do we want to become? We had to go through debates, okay? There were around 15 of us, I think, if I can remember. You have to go through debates. Iba yung gusto sa isa, iba yung gusto sa iba, okay? Especially the mission statement. You have to be particular of the words that you will use there because it will be used by the company. Okay? It will define what the company is. It will define what the organization is. Okay? And I think some of you here have experienced that as well. Perhaps in your school organizations. Okay? So that is the vision and mission statement. Now that you have formulated your vision and your mission statements, then you will make your objectives or your strategic objectives. These are your milestones, okay? Your piecemeal milestones. These are tasks that the company wants to do and has to do in the short term, okay? These are used to operationalize the mission statement, okay? These are specific results that an organization seeks to achieve in pursuing its basic mission. So of course, objectives, the company's objectives or strategic objectives should be aligned with your mission and vision statements. Okay? These are tasks, again, in the short term for the company to achieve their mission and ultimately their vision. They can either be long-term or short-term. Sir, akala ko ba short-term lang dapat yung objectives? Bakit merong long-term? These categories, long-term and short-term, in terms of objectives, only tells us, okay, whether it is achievable within a year or more than a year. But objectives in the general scope, in the broader scope of things, should be short-term. Meaning, sa maikling portion ng lifetime sa business lang. Okay? If it is an objective that will be accomplished, say for example, 50 years during the existence of the business, ay hindi na yan objective. Okay? Why? It defeats the purpose. Okay? Objectives should be short-term para there is a gradual achievement. Okay, there is a gradual step of the company in achieving their mission and then their vision. Okay, these are, again, milestones. Okay, these are small steps of the business in order to achieve their mission and then ultimately their vision. Also, you have to take note of this. Your vision and mission statements, as much as possible, should never change. Okay? As much as possible, class, ha? Kasi minsan, okay, there are new sets of board of directors or new sets of officers, nababago yung mission and vision statement. That's why you will see companies, major companies, from time to time changing their vision and mission statements. And again, and also you have to consider the environment. Okay, pabago-bago yung environment. There are changes in the environment which the company has to adapt. That's why binabago nila yung mission and vision statement. But for classroom purposes, okay, para hindi masyadong magulo, as much as possible, your mission and vision statement should not be changed. Okay? Kaya nga, in my experience, inabutan kami ng 2 araw in order to come up with a mission and vision statement, because our intention really was to use it for the rest of the lifetime of our organization. Objectives, on the other hand, ito nababago to. When you, okay, kaya nga short term siya, so that you can achieve it, okay, so that the company can achieve it, and once it is achieved, once the short-term objectives are achieved, then you formulate again new objectives, okay, in order to achieve again your mission. That's why, again, let me reiterate, as much as possible, do not, when you formulate your mission and vision statement, you formulate it in a way na hindi na siya mababago for the rest of the organization's lifetime. As much as possible, your objectives, again, because it is short term, because they are short term, yan, every time ma-achieve mo yung objectives mo, gawa ka ulit ng bago, and then ma-achieve ulit, gawa ka ulit ng bago. So that's why these are milestones, okay? These are small steps of the company to achieve their mission. In formulating your objectives, you must remember that objectives must be SMART. I think you have already covered this in your previous subjects. Okay, let me just reiterate. Okay, SMART meaning specific, measurable, appropriate, realistic or relevant, timely or time-bound. Specific because in order for the company, the people in the company, to know what needs to be accomplished, okay, it has to provide a clear message as to what needs to be accomplished. Okay. Measurable, so that you will know, the company will know whether or not the objective is achieved. Okay, so there must be at least one indicator or yardstick that measures progress. Okay, again, for the company or for your business or the people in the business or the people in the company to know whether the objective has been fulfilled. Appropriate, obviously, it has to be aligned with the vision and mission statement, must be consistent with it. Realistic or relevant, it must be an achievable target given the organization's capabilities and opportunities in the environment. Okay, so if you have, for example, if you want your company to build an additional building, say for example, within the year, if that is your objective, you must consider, okay, the available assets before you can say that that should be your objective. Because if you have low assets, okay, then you will encounter then a problem in achieving that objective. In short, your objective to be realistic or relevant, it has to be doable. Okay, it has to be doable within the given time frame. Okay? And it would depend with your company's current standing. Okay, would depend on many factors. Okay, in the current standing of the company. Timely or time bound, obviously, because it is a short term thing, then there must be a time frame for achieving the objective. Okay, you must be able to identify or at least state when this objective must be achieved. Okay, because if you'll say in the long run, well, the economist John Maynard Keynes once said, in the long run, we are all dead. Okay, so it has to be time bound. There has to be a specific time, not really a specific date, or perhaps it is sufficient for you to state within the year or within the year 2022, okay, for as long as the people in the company or the stakeholders would know when the objective must be achieved. So here are some examples of objectives. Okay, to purchase additional 5 company vehicles by 2021. Okay, first question, is it specific? Yes, it is specific. What does the company want to do? They want to purchase 5 additional company vehicles. Is it measurable? Yes, of course, you can measure it. Okay, how many do they want to purchase? They want to purchase 5 additional company vehicles. There is a yardstick. There is an indicator. Is it appropriate? That depends on the vision and mission statement of the company. So for this purpose, let's just assume that it is aligned with the vision and mission statement. Okay, so that it is appropriate. Is it relevant? Again, it would depend on the current standing of the company. Okay, whether or not they can achieve this. Okay, there is no enough data for us to know. So again, let's just assume that it is relevant and realistic. Is it time bound? Is there a time frame? Yes. When do they want to achieve this objective? By 2021. Okay, so in short, this example, okay, to purchase 5 additional company vehicles by 2021 is a good objective. Okay, it is smart. It complies with the elements of an objective, that being smart. Okay, other examples, to increase net profit to 20% at the end of the year, to decrease interest expense by 30% at the end of the year. So all these examples are smart. Okay, so these are good objectives. Now here is an example wherein we have aligned the vision, mission, and the objectives. For example, the vision of the company or an organization. Okay, for example, their vision is to have healthy children. That is just their simple vision. Have healthy children. Their mission, if that is the case, is to promote child health and development through a comprehensive family and community initiative. Okay, this is their mission, is more specific than their vision. Their vision a bit broad, diba? Healthy children. Okay? There are many aspects to this. There are many areas to this. Okay? This is very vague. Okay, but even if it is vague, it is just a vision. Okay? So their mission a bit more specific than the vision. Okay, and then their objectives. Okay, in order to achieve this mission and ultimately the vision, their short-term objective is, for example, to build a children's hospital within the city by the end of the year. Okay, this is smart. Another objective for in order to achieve this mission is to increase the number of pediatricians within the city by 100% at the end of the year. Okay. So this is a clear example of an aligned vision, mission, and objectives statements. Okay. Okay. Once, for example, okay, all these objectives is achievable or should be achieved by the end of the year. Okay. What happens if they've achieved these objectives within the year? Okay, so successful sila sa ilang objectives. Okay, what happens then? Wala na ba silang objectives for next year? Of course not. Gagawa sila ulit ng mga bagong objectives in order to achieve, to further their mission. Okay, and then again to continue with their vision. Okay, what objectives are we talking about? Depende. Perhaps they will build another hospital again, whatever. Okay, as long as it is aligned with the vision and mission statements. So that ends our discussion. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.